They weren't just heroes. They were born of gods and mortals, wielding power that defied imagination. From legends across the world, one name rises above all: the demigod whose strength could rival the gods themselves. Who is the most powerful demigod in mythology? Stick around and meet the ultimate legend. Born of divine and mortal blood, Theseus stands as one of Greek mythology's most compelling figures. His parentage reflects his dual nature, bridging the human and the divine. Theseus was born to Aethra, the daughter of King Perseus of Troezen, and is said to have two fathers: Aegeus, the mortal king of Athens, and Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea. On the same fateful night, Aethra lay with both Aegeus and Poseidon, an event orchestrated by divine machinations. This unique heritage endowed Theseus with both human wit and divine strength, making him a demigod destined for greatness. From an early age, his potential was clear, marked by a prophecy and a trial: to retrieve the sword and sandals his mortal father had hidden beneath an immense boulder, a feat that would signal his readiness for heroic exploits. Theseus' feats began as tests of his mettle, growing in magnitude as his legend spread. His journey to Athens was marked by a series of trials, where he defeated notorious bandits such as Periphetes, who wielded an iron club, and Procrustes, the sadistic innkeeper. Each victory showcased his intelligence and strength, solidifying his role as a protector of the innocent. Yet, his most iconic feat was the slaying of the Minotaur within the labyrinth of Crete. Armed with nothing but his sword and the guidance of Ariadne's thread, Theseus braved the maze and vanquished the beast, liberating Athens from a cruel tribute of human sacrifices. The victory symbolized triumph over chaos, with Theseus emerging as a beacon of hope for his people. Beyond physical prowess, Theseus also wielded political and cultural power, transforming Athens into a beacon of democracy and unity as he laid the groundwork for a unified and more organized political structure. In the misty realms of Irish mythology, few figures shine as brightly as Cú Chulainn, the mighty demigod of the Ulster cycle. Born as Setanta, he was the son of the mortal Deichton and the god Lugh, a deity of the Tuatha Dé Danann and renowned for his mastery of many arts. This dual lineage imbued Cú Chulainn with both mortal determination and divine power, setting him apart as a hero of extraordinary might and ferocity. Even as a child, his potential was evident. Legend tells that at the tender age of 7, he earned his famous moniker after single-handedly slaying Culain's ferocious guard dog and volunteering to protect the smith's household until a replacement could be raised. Cú Chulainn's strength and skill in battle were unmatched, often attributed to his supernatural abilities and rigorous warrior training. Among his most fearsome traits was the Ryostrad, or warp spasm, a terrifying battle frenzy in which his body contorted into grotesque shapes, granting him unparalleled power and invincibility. With his enchanted spear, the Gay Bulg, he could deliver a single blow that would tear apart an enemy from within. During the epic conflict of the Cattle Raid of Cú Chulainn defended Ulster almost single-handedly against the armies of Connacht, holding off countless warriors and demonstrating both cunning and savagery. His endurance, loyalty, and strategic brilliance during this legendary war cemented his place as the ultimate warrior of Irish legend. Yet, Cú Chulainn's story is as tragic as it is awe-inspiring. Bound by unyielding honor and loyalty, he faced numerous trials and betrayals, often at the hands of those closest to him. His most poignant feat is also his most sorrowful: his duel with his beloved foster brother, Ferdiad, during the Táin. Despite their bond, duty compelled them to fight, and Cú Chulainn ultimately struck Ferdiad down with the Gay Bulgaria. His death was equally heroic and fateful, tied to prophecies and manipulations by enemies seeking to exploit his honor. Strikingly, even in death, he stood unyielding, lashed to a pillar to face his foes until the very end. Cú Chulainn's tale endures as a vivid tapestry of divinity, humanity, and the enduring cost of greatness. In the tapestry of Greek mythology, Perseus emerges as a figure of extraordinary might and destiny, a demigod born of the mortal Danae and Zeus, the king of the gods. His birth was cloaked in divine intrigue. Danae, imprisoned by her father King Achilles to prevent a prophecy of his death, was visited by Zeus in the form of a golden shower, resulting in Perseus's miraculous conception. Raised in secrecy, Perseus inherited the divine strength and cunning of his father, alongside the human resilience of his mother. His origins set him apart, a living testament to the interplay of mortal fragility and godly power. Perseus's legend is adorned with feats that underscore his might and cleverness, most famously his slaying of Medusa, the fearsome Gorgon whose gaze could turn men to stone. Armed with gifts from the gods, Hermes' winged sandals for flight, Athena's polished shield for reflection, Hades' helm of invisibility, and a celestial sword, Perseus approached the lair of Medusa. Using the shield as a mirror, he avoided her petrifying gaze, delivering a swift and precise strike to decapitate her. From her blood sprang Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, emphasizing the mythic resonance of this victory. Perseus's triumph over Medusa was not merely an act of bravery, but a calculated dance of strategy and divine assistance. Equally iconic was Perseus's rescue of Andromeda, the princess condemned to be sacrificed to a sea monster as reparation for her mother's hubris. Riding the winged Pegasus, Perseus descended from the skies, wielding Medusa's severed head to petrify the beast and secure Andromeda's freedom. These exploits illustrate Perseus's role as both a warrior and savior, blending physical prowess with compassion. Though his divine lineage endowed him with extraordinary capabilities, Perseus's tale is ultimately one of humanity transcending its limits, a narrative that has endured as a beacon of courage and ingenuity across the ages. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe later. In the ancient tales of Mesopotamia, Gilgamesh emerges as a towering figure, a demigod of unparalleled might and wisdom. Born to the mortal king Lugalbanda and the goddess Nin's son, Gilgamesh inherited both divine and human attributes, making him 2/3 god and 1/3 man. His divine parentage bestowed upon him extraordinary strength, boundless endurance, and a charisma that drew both admiration and fear. Yet, as a mortal, he was also vulnerable to the existential struggles of humanity: grief, mortality, and the search for purpose. Gilgamesh's legendary strength and heroism are immortalized in the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the world's earliest known literary works. Among his most iconic feats is the slaying of Humbaba, the monstrous guardian of the cedar forest, alongside his loyal companion, Enkidu. This act of defiance against the gods demonstrated his courage and prowess, but also revealed his hubris. Another tale recounts his triumph over the Bull of Heaven, sent by the goddess Ishtar as punishment for rejecting her advances. These victories, however, came at great cost, ultimately leading to Enkidu's tragic death, which plunged Gilgamesh into a profound existential crisis. Haunted by the loss of his friend and the inevitability of his own mortality, Gilgamesh embarked on a perilous quest for eternal life. His journey led him to Utnapishtim, the immortal survivor of a great flood, who revealed that immortality was beyond human reach. Though he failed to attain eternal life, Gilgamesh's quest transformed him, teaching him to embrace the fleeting nature of existence. He returned to Uruk not as a conqueror but as a wise and compassionate king, dedicating himself to the legacy of his city and people. Through his trials and triumphs, Gilgamesh's story transcends time, offering timeless reflections on the human condition. In the grand tapestry of Hindu mythology, few figures shine as brilliantly as Karna, the tragic hero of the Mahabharata. Born under extraordinary circumstances, Karna was the son of the sun god Surya and Kunti, a mortal princess. However, his birth was shrouded in secrecy and sorrow. Kunti had invoked a divine boon to bear a child with celestial qualities, but, unwed and fearful of societal judgment, she abandoned the infant, setting him adrift in a river. Found and raised by a charioteer and his wife, Karna grew up unaware of his divine lineage, but his brilliance and valor soon set him apart, earning him the title Suryaputra, son of the sun. Karna's strength and skills as a warrior were unparalleled, rivaling even the greatest heroes of the age. His mastery of archery and the celestial weapons bestowed by the gods made him nearly invincible in battle. Karna's most iconic boon was the kavach and kundal, an impenetrable armor and golden earrings gifted by his father, Surya, at birth. These celestial protections rendered him impervious to physical harm. However, in a tragic twist, his unwavering generosity led him to give away these divine gifts to the disguised god Indra, leaving him vulnerable. This act of selflessness became a testament to Karna's noble character, even as it sealed his fate. Karna's most legendary feats were showcased during the Kurukshetra War, where he fought valiantly as the champion of the Kauravas. His skill and power were fearsome, as he single-handedly held his own against the mighty Pandavas, including his estranged half-brother, Arjuna. One of his most awe-inspiring moments was wielding the celestial weapon Vasvi Shakti, which could kill any opponent. Tragically, it was destined for a single use, and he deployed it against Gatotkacha, a Pandava ally, turning the tide of the battle but at great personal cost. Karna's ultimate demise came not through lack of valor but through betrayal and divine interventions. His life, marked by heroism, sacrifice, and the burden of fate, a tale of a demigod who was both exalted and doomed by his divine heritage. Achilles, the near-invincible hero of Greek mythology, was born of an extraordinary union. His mother, Thetis, was a sea nymph of unparalleled beauty and divine heritage, while his father, Peleus, was a mortal king of the Myrmidons. From his birth, Achilles was marked by destiny. Thetis, desperate to protect her son from the mortal vulnerabilities of his father, sought to make him invincible. In one version of the myth, she dipped him into the sacred river Styx, holding him by the heel. The water rendered his body impervious to harm, but the heel by which she held him remained untouched, becoming his sole weakness and the origin of the term Achilles' heel. Achilles' power was unmatched among mortals, and even many gods revered his prowess. His speed on the battlefield was said to rival that of Hermes, and his strength was as if imbued with the might of Ares himself. Trained by the wise centaur Chiron, Achilles mastered not only the art of war but also medicine, music, and philosophy. Yet, it was his rage and divine lineage that truly set him apart. When he donned his enchanted armor forged by Hephaestus, Achilles became an unstoppable force. His battle cry alone was said to instill terror in the hearts of enemies, echoing like thunder across the battlefield. Achilles' feats during the Trojan War solidified his place as a legend. His most iconic moment came when he avenged the death of his beloved companion, Patroclus. In a fit of wrath, Achilles slaughtered countless Trojans, including the great warrior Hector, whom he dragged behind his chariot in a display of grief-fueled rage. Though his life was tragically cut short by an arrow to his heel, guided by the god Apollo and shot by Paris, his legacy endured. Achilles was immortalized not just for his strength and invincibility, but for his humanity. The unrelenting passions, loyalty, and flaws that made him one of the most compelling figures in mythology. In the rich tapestry of Philippine mythology, the demigod Mayari stands as a luminous figure. Mayari is the goddess of the moon, a divine being of unparalleled grace and beauty. She is one of the most revered children of Bathala, the supreme deity of Philippine mythology, and a mortal woman. As a celestial entity, Mayari embodies gentleness and balance, her silver light a soothing counterpart to the sun's fiery brilliance. Her siblings, Tala, the goddess of the stars, and Hanan, the goddess of the dawn, complete a trio of cosmic divinities who illuminate the heavens. Together, their divine lineage grants them immense power, but it is Mayari's domain over the moon that underscores her mystical authority. Mayari's strength is not merely celestial. Her role in myth reveals her determination and wisdom. One of her most iconic tales recounts her conflict with her brother Apolaki, the god of the sun, over the right to reign as the chief deity of the heavens after their father's death. In this tale, the siblings' fierce battle left Mayari blinded in one eye. Despite this, she emerged as the ruler of the night, her soft moonlight symbolizing resilience and equality. This myth speaks to her unwavering spirit and the respect she commands among gods and mortals alike, showcasing her as a demigod who balances power with grace. Beyond her mythic battle, Mayari's feats lie in her influence over both the physical and spiritual realms. Her moonlight is believed to guide travelers, bless crops with growth, and provide a serene glow that protects those in the night. Through her light, she fosters harmony and serves as a gentle reminder of balance in all things. Mayari's story resonates as a testament to the enduring power of sacrifice, resilience, and the divine responsibility to care for both the earth and its people. Born of divine and mortal union, Heracles, the mightiest of the Greek demigods, stands as a symbol of extraordinary strength and resilience. His father, Zeus, king of the gods, conceived him with Alcmene, a mortal woman of exceptional beauty and virtue. This union incited the jealousy of Hera, Zeus's wife, who loathed Heracles from the moment of his birth. Despite Hera's relentless vendetta, Heracles inherited divine strength from his father and mortal endurance from his mother, making him an unparalleled force among gods and men. Even as an infant, he displayed his divine prowess by strangling two serpents Hera sent to kill him in his cradle. Heracles' might was tempered by his suffering, a recurring theme in his life. The most iconic testament to his power and endurance is the 12 labors, a series of seemingly impossible tasks imposed upon him as penance for a crime driven by Hera's manipulation. Among these, Heracles slayed the Nemean lion, whose impenetrable hide he later wore as armor, and subdued the 9-headed Lernaean hydra, burning its stumps to prevent regrowth. He captured the Erymanthian boar, cleaned the massive Augean stables in a single day by rerouting rivers, and even ventured into the underworld to bring back Cerberus, the fearsome 3-headed guardian, proving his dominion over realms both mortal and divine. Heracles' feats transcend mere physical power. They echo themes of redemption, perseverance, and the human struggle against divine adversity. Despite his divine heritage, he endured suffering that paralleled humanity's trials, making him a hero not just in might but in spirit. His ultimate apotheosis, ascending to Mount Olympus after his death, solidified his place among the gods, where he was reconciled with Hera and immortalized as a guardian of justice and protector of mankind. Heracles' story is a timeless reminder of the strength found in perseverance and the possibility of redemption, even for the most tormented souls. In the myths of Polynesia, Maui emerges as one of the most captivating figures, a demigod of extraordinary power, boundless curiosity, and mischief. In Hawaiian traditions, he is the son of Akalana, a mortal man, and Hina, a goddess, though the specifics of his parentage vary across the Pacific. Some traditions portray Maui as having multiple divine brothers or being the youngest of a miraculous birth, marking him as extraordinary from the start. Regardless of the version, his lineage imbues him with a blend of mortal cunning and divine might, which he wields to reshape the world and challenge cosmic forces. Maui's strength lies not only in his raw power but also in his intellect and cleverness. One of his most iconic feats is harnessing the sun itself. Using his magical fishhook, Maniakalani, Maui lassoed the blazing orb and compelled it to slow its journey across the sky, granting humanity longer days to work and thrive. Another tale tells of Maui fishing up entire islands from the ocean depths, forming the Polynesian archipelagos, a testament to his monumental strength and connection to the sea. Maui's deeds are not merely acts of brute force but demonstrations of his ability to outwit and challenge forces far greater than himself. Yet, Maui's tales are also cautionary, reminding listeners of the balance between ambition and humility. In one of his final endeavors, Maui attempted to bestow immortality upon humankind by entering the goddess of death, Hini Nui Tiipu, to destroy death itself. Despite his power and wit, his hubris led to his downfall, as the goddess crushed him, ensuring that mortality would remain part of the human experience. Maui's stories are as much about his feats as they are about his humanity. His flaws, his bravery, and his ultimate inability to escape the natural order he so often defied. In the vivid tapestry of Chinese mythology, few figures shine as brightly as Erlang Shen, the three-eyed demigod of justice and righteousness. Erlang Shen, also known as Yang Jian, is a celestial warrior with divine roots and a complex family lineage. His father's identity varies across myths, often depicted as mortal, while his mother, the Jade Maiden, defied heavenly decrees by marrying him. This act of rebellion led to her imprisonment by celestial forces, a tragedy that deeply shaped Erlang Shen's early life and fueled his sense of duty. Born with extraordinary abilities, including a third eye capable of perceiving truth and illusions, Erlang Shen straddles the mortal and immortal realms with unparalleled finesse. Erlang Shen's power is legendary, placing him among the mightiest figures in the Chinese pantheon. His third eye, a symbol of his divine insight, grants him unmatched clarity and precision in battle. Armed with the fearsome three-pronged trident and accompanied by his loyal celestial hound, Erlang Shen can command the elements, alter his size, and traverse realms effortlessly. His combat prowess is said to rival even the fiercest of demons and gods. Yet, his power is tempered by a profound sense of justice, earning him reverence as a protector of the innocent and a warrior against chaos. Erlang Shen's feats are woven into the fabric of mythological epics. One of his most iconic stories recounts his battle against Sun Wukong, the mischievous Monkey King. In the journey to the west, Erlang Shen matches wits and strength with the cunning Sun Wukong, demonstrating his ability to adapt to the Monkey King's shape-shifting antics and eventually subduing him. Another tale tells of him rescuing his imprisoned mother by challenging the divine forces that had condemned her, showcasing his deep filial piety and unyielding courage. Erlang Shen's blend of divine might, strategic brilliance, and moral integrity cements his legacy as one of the most fascinating and celebrated figures in Chinese mythology. You've met the demigods, but what about the monsters that haunt their stories? From world-ending titans to chaos-bringing tricksters, these villains aren't just powerful, they're legendary. Are you ready to face the darkest forces of myth? Click here and uncover the villains that shook the heavens themselves. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.